You can't hope to become successful in your business, career, or profession without learning how to become an effective leader. If you study successful companies, hindi yan tsamba. Most of the times, the reason sila successful at dominant, it is because may effective na leadership. And the good news is, leadership is not reserved para sa mga successful ng companies o malalaking mga tao. It is open to everybody na gustong magkaroon ng tinatawag na sustainable growth. By the way, if you're new to my channel, my name is Marvin Alegre. I'm a certified trainer, speaker, and teacher of the John Maxwell Leadership Team. And my 20 years of experience, wala pa akong nakita na napakadali, napakabilis, napakasimpleng intindihin at i-implement na leadership framework other than this 5 levels of leadership ni John Maxwell. This is my promise sa'yo. After watching this video, regardless of your business, career, or profession, regardless kung bagong executive ka, bagong manager ka, or seasoned ka na director sa inyong kumpanya, you will find this framework so useful na kahit anong gawin mo, kahit anong sitwasyon, you can always refer to this. Now, this framework, pwede siya kahit saan mo gamitin. Number 1, for your own personal leadership. Number 2, if you want to develop team leadership. You are a leader na gustong mag-develop ng culture ng yung team, ng kanilang accountability, ng kanilang performance. This is the framework. Or, number 3, yung tinatawag na organizational leadership. If you're a business owner na obsessed ka about revenue, about leadership pipeline, about brand, about reputation, about becoming the trusted provider in your industry, about being a market leader, then this is the framework. So ano nga ba ang 5 levels of leadership? Simpleng intindihin kasi 5 P's lang yung ilagay natin sa ating isipan. Unang-una, that's position. As a leader, you must possess all the knowledge, all the skills better than most sa iyong company. Dapat alam mo ano ang iyong roles and responsibilities. Walang makaka-challenge sa'yo dyan. Or else, they will not respect your position. Para bang you don't have the right to become a branch manager kung ang roles and responsibilities na alam mo ay pang-utility. Next is permission. As an effective leader, you prioritize relationship building because you admit na hindi mo kaya mag-isa. Permission means to say you do whatever it takes, that they will allow you to lead them, not by force or by intimidation, because alam natin that's not going to be effective. Next P is production. Walang effective na leader na hindi nagde-deliver ng result. In your business, to be an effective leader, you must provide results consistently, or else tumba ang kumpanya. Kung walang production, walang cash flow, walang business. And this is so critical because this is the foundation for the next 2 levels. How you produce will determine how you develop your people. The next P is people development. It's all about reproducing leaders because this is how you scale and leverage yourself. Just imagine na hindi lang ikaw ang leader, kundi marami pang iba in your organization because you develop people. And last but not the least is pinnacle. They follow you because they respect you dahil you built the right foundation of becoming an effective leader. You're competent sa iyong position. You have good relationship with your staff, with your team, with your members. You produce results. You develop people. And this is why kahit wala ka, the business is growing. This is what I would like to point out if in case you're one of the many business owners na hindi enthusiastic about teaching your people leadership. Kasi to become an effective leader, you just need to transfer this information sa kanila. Leaders are teachers. And if you cannot teach, you can hire other people to teach leadership sa iyong team. So bakit nga ba may mga tao, may mga business owners na hindi sila enthusiastic about leadership training? This is the reason why. Maraming mga leadership trainings, walang ROI. Most of the times, it's just about making their people, their members, their employees feel good about themselves. Kasi karamihan is all about inspirational. It's all about motivational. Kaya after a week ng leadership training or team building, balik naman sa umpisa. So here's what you should do instead. Hanap ka ng training provider that will also empower your team to make you more money. Kailangan tuturuan ang mga tao mo how to increase your profitability, how to generate opportunities that will provide you cash flow. You equip them with skills that will scale your business. That's why in my own training programs, it is my priority na turuan yung mga tao how to think like business owners. Equip them with the right tools, the right strategies. Because you will not just want to produce leaders. You also want to produce producers. Magkaiba yun. There are people after the training, nagiging mabuting tao. They have more respect, they have better attitude, they have better mindset. Pero skill-wise, wala. So sayang, walang ROI yung training or team building mo. And this is so critical that bilang isang leader, you demonstrate how you produce the right results. Kaya let's focus on this level. Kasi pag tama ang pagkagawa mo nito at tama yung pagkaturo mo sa iyong mga tao, you will create separation sa iyong mga competitors. Because when you create the right relationship, when you give them permission to contribute ideas sa iyo, when you see your people not as workers, but co-creators of value, but as collaborators, you will have a much better business kumpara sa iba, regardless kung anong gagawin nila na leadership training. So this is something that you should focus on, getting the right results. Paano? Most marketers, most leadership trainers, most experts will teach your people to focus on more marketing, more advertisements, more fundings, more tech. But seldom ang nagtuturo that you should focus instead on extracting more of what you already have. Instead of finding new value, why not extract more value kung ano meron ka? What you've already built, owned, and created. This is the fastest way to generate result. This is the fastest way to produce exponential return. Ano ba yung mga bagay na dapat pagtuunan mo ng pansin as far as result is concerned? 2 words. Revenue recovery. The money that is already there. Example, isn't it true sa iyong business na marami ka dyan na mga existing clients, existing resources, meron ka ng mga existing partners, suppliers? Why not reactivate them? Ito, napakasimple lang. Focus muna proposals or deals or offers that you have already made. Baka kailangan lang na i-upgrade. Baka kailangan lang na i-tweak yung mga proposal. Either proposal sa'yo or proposal na ginawa mo. Another, partnerships. For the last 5 years na nag-ooperate ang negosyo mo, may mga suppliers, may mga corporate partners, may mga joint ventures ka dyan na marahil hindi mo napansin. Marahil na overlook mo. But they could provide you business and other opportunities. Another is, your personnel. Sino dyan yung nagproduce talaga? Sino dyan yung may leadership potential? Focus more on them rather than i-train mo lahat-lahat. Itong mga tao mo, if you give them the right training, you will now have access to their ideas, to their creativity, to their contribution sa iyong company. They become your own loyal and productive na partners. Another is, how about your pricing? Alam ba ng mga tao natin how to upsell, how to downsell, how to cross-sell? So these are the things na kahit gaano pa karami yung darating ng mga kliyente, gaano pa kalaki yung pera mo sa pag-advertise, but kahit dito lang, hindi mo to inayos, this will give you all sorts of problem. In fact, the more you add customers, the more you invest sa marketing, mas lalo lang magiging malala ang yung problema. The more problems you will create for you and your company. And it will not make you an effective leader. Bababa ang kanilang moral, questionin nila yung relationship nila sa'yo. They're not growing anymore. Wala ka ng incentive na maibigay kasi nga, walang production. This is so important. This is so critical. And this is what happens. If this is how you produce results, monkey see, monkey do. Your people will adopt your approach, your mentality, and your strategies. That's how important itong tinatawag na level, production level. For you to become an effective leader, right now, take the necessary time, effort, and investment, not on adding more, but extracting more of what you already have. And above all, train, equip, empower your people to think not as workers, but as business owners. So if you're interested to explore more on this topic, if you want to develop your leadership team, if you want to explore on revenue recovery or profit optimization, if you need systems, we highly recommend this system. If you need empowerment to your people, maybe hindi sila kulang sa training, kundi kulang sa training na nagbibigay sa kanila ng tamang skills and mindset that will produce you the ROI that you want. Kasi mahirap i-sustain ang pagpalaki ng negosyo ng walang tao. Mahirap mag-produce ng tamang leader kung walang pera. And the best way to earn more money is to earn money from what you already have. So that if you have surplus of money, imagine, konting effort, konting kembot, konting input, laki ng output, you will be able to produce better leaders and to also attract the right talent because now you can afford them. And in the process, this will elevate your brand. This is how you separate your business from your competitors. This is how you become the market leader. And this is how your leadership becomes your ultimate advantage. And this is also how you sell not just your product, not just your services, but your leadership team. That your asset, hindi lang yung product, hindi lang yung servisyo or yung pricing ninyo, but you have the best people in your company. If you enjoy this topic, if you want more help, more support, message us for more information.